Hey, 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 Dream Life creators! Welcome to another Monday Masterclass. I'm Alinka Tertic. I'm your host in the Dream Life Creation community, and we are having every Monday a masterclass about growing online business, network marketing, and online marketing. And we are talking about getting leads and getting signups. And of course, today we are having my favorite topic of them all about the mindset. So welcome everybody. Say hello if you're here seeing me, and if you are having any questions, please post them in the group. I will be happy to answer them. And we have today a really broad topic, so I try to squeeze in this hour as much information as possible, but maybe we will do, if there will be enough interest, another topic about specific issues in this area. Maybe just a bit about me. I started network marketing 4 years ago, and I quit because I just didn't know what to do and how to do it. And I was just thinking I will join and find few people, and they will join, and I will be a millionaire, in no time. And of course, it didn't happen. It didn't happen that way. So I was just paying the fees, and I was struggling and having fights with my husband about it. So I quit. And then after some time, I've done a lot of the mindset work and a lot of other online work. I'm also a law of attraction coach and vision board coach. So this is really the topic for me. And I've seen network marketing as a great way to expand my business and to do more with my time, and being with the company and people that I really love and I'm passionate about. And over the time, I become passionate about helping others, especially introverts just like me, helping them overcome this fear of speaking up and contacting and reaching out to new people. And for me, being online made all the difference. So that's what I'm helping others to do the same. So let's go on with our presentation. As I said, the topic is about the mindset and about having the right way to do it. And let me just change the screen so everything works perfectly. Okay, so I chose for the start, let me explain my title, because I chose, mind is everything. It starts and ends with the mindset, and it is so important for everything that we do. That really, all the other skills are important as well, but if we don't have the right mindset, the skills are of no use for our life and for our business. So it doesn't really matter if we have them, if we can't use them in the right way and in the right direction. So first of all, what is mind? This is a definition that I found online on Wikipedia. So it explains quite a lot about what we will be talking about. And mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel. And of course, it's about the consciousness. And for me, this definition is important because oftentimes we think about the mind only as the part in our brain, when we think about something, but it is so much more, and it is way more important how we feel about something than what we think about. So it is about our feeling and our consciousness. And it is also not only about the brain and what we process and how we see things, but it is about also about the gut feeling. It is about the heart. Heart has 5,000 times stronger magnetic field than our brain. So it is way bigger. And I know they've done experiments with the heart and the mind reactions to something, and they were showing pictures on the computer, random pictures of pleasant things and about the horrible things. So it was like roses and couples and babies, and then about the war and the illness and things like that. And they found out that heart was responding even before the picture was shown on the screen. So it was kind of as if heart knew beforehand what they will be showing. So oftentimes we feel something with our heart, and we feel it in our gut, and we kind of ignore it because we think that it didn't come from our brain, and it didn't come from our conscious awareness and the rationale behind it. We tend to forget that it is not just about what we think, but more about what we feel. And if we listen to our heart and to, when they say listen to your heart, it is literally listen to your heart, as in watch for the reaction. When you're nervous, the heart starts beating faster, and when you're relaxed, it slows down. And all those are the reactions that are warning you that something is going on and that something is not as it should be, or having the reaction or having these feelings, even if you can't pinpoint what it is wrong or what's going on. And but it is important that you listen to the heart and listen to your gut feelings and your insights, and the things that are telling you that something is not right, even if you think that you're doing everything as you should. Oops, sorry. Hey Heather, hey Mira. So I'm sure that you've probably seen this picture before many times. It is about our conscious and subconscious mind, and as you see, our conscious mind, which is responsible for our logic and reasoning and decision making and numbers and facts and what we really are thinking that we are thinking, it's only 10%. And 90% of the mind, and 90% of the decisions and everything that is going on is actually made within those 90%. And those 90%, the subconscious mind covers, of course, our bodily functions. So we can breathe, and our heart is beating, and all the other that we see, that we hear, and the things that we don't really think about, that we can walk and maybe drive a car. How you can drive a car subconsciously without even knowing where you are, but you get to your point. And it also covers emotions and the beliefs and feelings and memories. And through the subconscious mind, it's kind of like a glasses that we have, that we through our lives and through our experiences that we have, our learning, and what others told us, and what is accepted in our society, we see the world through those glasses. And oftentimes those beliefs are limiting us, because those beliefs are sometimes we formed them when we were kids, or maybe parents were telling us something, don't do this, don't do that, because they were trying to protect us. But we are still in that, even now in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we are still reacting in the same situation, the same way as we would, and we kind of not hear our parents, but our subconscious minds react and deal with the situation as we were 5 years old, and parents were, yelling behind us, "Watch out! You will fall! You will, you will burn yourself, you will get hurt, or whatever they were trying to tell us. And then, of course, there are the beliefs and the facts that we learned in school. So we had the we accepted them as a fact because the teachers told us. And it's the same, for example, now the medicine and the doctors, when they tell you something, a lot of people accept it without even questioning it, because it is the authority that told us something and we should obey and not question them. And it is our subconscious mind telling us, to just go with it. And of course, there are the memories that maybe it was nothing, maybe it was just a comment or something that we experienced as a child, that someone maybe you were singing and someone says, stop, you can't sing. And it was kind of in between all the other things, but this was the moment that gets to you and made you, maybe even change the course of your life, because you started to believe that you cannot sing and that you will never be a good singer, and you went a completely different way because someone told you so. So today I want to talk more about how to influence the subconscious mind, how to overcome those beliefs that are stopping us, how to overcome those blocks that are preventing us to succeed and to go further and to really go after what we want, and not conforming to what we believe that we can, or others expected from us to do and how to live. And of course, as I'm a law of attraction coach, I cannot pass the law of attraction, because, and you can say it, there are different ways of saying it, there are different names, there are different whatever, but I'm used to the law of attraction because it explains how the universe works. And again, the universe can be God, the creation, the universe, the energy, whatever you believe in. I say it, the universe. So the basic of the law of attraction is the like attracts like. And what you focus on expands, and what you think about, you bring about. Those are just the same sayings about, the same thing, but different saying about the same thing. But it actually, if you think about our universe and everything that we are the energy. We are giving out and we are receiving the energy, and everything in us and everything around us is the energy. So with the energy vibrating, we are expanding, we are choosing, we are aligning with the people and situations and with others on the same level of the frequency. So if you think of yourself when you are sad, or when you are angry, or when you are really down, you feel down, you feel like you are contracting, you want to hide, you want to get away from everyone, you want to just be by yourself, and be as small as possible. And when you are thriving, when you are really going after what you want, when you're excited about something, you are happy, you want to tell the world, you are actually expanding your vibration, you're expanding and raising your vibration. And those people that are always lucky, and it feels like the luckier they get, and then the luckier they get, just because they are living in the world where they believe that they are lucky, and they are always expecting something good will happen. And then there are, of course, people that are always having bad luck, or something bad happens to them, and because they are just expecting, and they are always thinking, oh shit, what will happen today? What will happen now to me? What will life bring to me, and what will throw at me? And it is always about us. It is always what we give out, and always how we perceive ourselves, and how we react to the world, and how we connect with the world. It is always about perception. It is about how we see it, because for one, the situations are actually neutral. If it's raining, or if it's the sun, or it is snow, whatever, it is neutral. The weather is weather. It doesn't have good or bad to it. But for some people, the sun is great, or for the others, it's hurting them. For some, the snow is great, and the rain, and some areas where they really pray for the rain, and in other areas we have too much rain and we don't want it. It is bad weather. So it is always about our perception, what we give it to them, and it is about those glasses that we have, because in a simple example as the rain, it is, yeah, we have rain, I have to be inside, I have to wear, the umbrella, and I'm all wet. And we through the upbringing, we get to the point where we give, or we were learned to give the rain a bad name. But it is necessary. Just like everything in life, you just can't have just rain or just sun. You have to have both. You have to have both sides of the spectrum. So if you have good days, you have to have bad days. If you have luck, you have to have something that's not so lucky. If you are happy one day, you have to be unhappy another day. So it is always like that in life, and it doesn't mean that you are a bad person, or you're attracting bad luck, or your life is bad, your whatever. It is just a day in your life. But if you focus on that, and if you focus how bad your life is, and how really you have a bad day and bad week, and you are focusing on that, then you will start seeing more of that in your life. But if you focus on, even though it's raining, I still can have great time, I still can do whatever I want, I still can meet friends or whatever, you will just be focusing on the good side, and you will have more of that in your life. So it is just how we look at the things that we are experiencing in our lives. And I often believe that, we are the creators of our life. And sometimes it's hard to believe that, because, there are situations that you can say, I never wanted that. I would never in a million years wanted that to happen. I couldn't imagine. I would, some tragedy or something. And sometimes the situations are not about us. And I hate, when someone says, yeah, you bring this to yourself. Sometimes yes, but sometimes it's not true. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's about something else. And just that you are having it in your life, in your experiences, you can be a bystander. But again, it depends on your perception, how you will deal with it. It can ruin your life, or you can come out as a stronger person, and everything that you experience makes you who you are. So good and bad, the happy and sad days, they all created you who you are today. And it can make you miserable, or it can make you powerful. So it is your choice. How will you choose it? But if I go back to the law of attraction thing, because I can really talk about it for hours. There are actually 3 steps And you will see how this all connects with the mindset that we are having. So the first step is that you ask for what you want. And a lot of times I see people not even knowing what they want. And you have to be really specific in a way that you're not changing your mind every day. So you're not saying one day you want to have a job and another day you want a business, and one day you want to have kids and another day you don't want them, and one day you want to go on vacations and another day you're scared to go and you don't want and you need to be in your business. So just be clear about what you want. Be clear about how you want to live your life. And it's not about the how it will happen, it is about the end result. And the the final end result is always to have more joy and more happiness in our lives. But what will bring you joy and what will bring you happiness? And it is, the money is important, but it is not the money that will bring you more happiness, because the money will just give you, again, it will just amplify what you already are. So if you are, those that are, I know that you are not bad person, but some people are really, focused on the money and they're cheating, or they are, I don't know the words. So they are really stingy with the money, and even if they had a million, they will still be the same. And those that are giving out, and those that are maybe giving their last penny to the homeless person, they will also give a lot with a million. So the money is never the end result. The money is never what you want. The money is a way to get what you want. So be clear about what you want. As I said, always ask yourself what will make you happy. And I'm not talking about what will make me happy in 10 years or in 20 years and what's my life purpose and all those big ideas. It is good to know, but you can start with small things. What will make me happy this morning? What will make me happy today, now, or this year? What will bring me joy? And then start describing the situations, the experiences that you want to have, And of course, one of them is money as well. If you say, this year I want to earn so much money, I want to achieve this rank, I want to have a team of so many people, I want to be a mentor, I want to be a leader, Talk about those things. And yeah, it is good to have a specific amount or a specific number in mind, but it is more important to have the feelings in mind, how you want to feel. Why are you doing that? Because at the end, it is not about, if you really think about it, and if you really calculate how much money you need to really live I calculated for myself, and I was really kind of generous with all my stuff that I want, but I already have so much. I don't need a lot of money to be happy. I need to pay my bills. I need to have money to travel around the world and to go with our bike whenever I want to go, and spending a night in a hotel, or two nights, it's not as expensive as you would expect. So it might be 6 figures. It might be a little more. It is not, I need $1 million to feel good. I don't need $1 million to have a fabulous life. You can have a fabulous life without a lot of money. But you have to decide. You can do a lot of things for free, but you have to decide. And it's the same for the business. You have to decide what you want with your business. Do you want to go full-time? Do you want to do it part-time? Are you going to go slow? Are you going to go fast? Just focus on what you want. What will make you happy? What will make you proud of yourself, what will excite you in your life. And this is the most important thing that you need to do before everything else. Because if you don't know what you want, you will always listen to others. You will always listen what others are doing and saying and advising you, and you will always do what others will tell you to do, but you will not find the joy in it because it will not come from you. Okay, moving on to number 2. Then, of course, when you ask for it and when you decide and choose the goals, then you have to believe that you can have it. And this is probably the hardest part of everything, because, as I said before, you're looking it through your glasses, through your past experience, through your memories, through your upbringing and schooling and everything that you've been before and you've done before. So if you've never had a successful business, if you've quit before, if you've fallen, if and maybe no one in your family has a successful business, or like those families that they are, someone is the first to finish school, or someone is the first to become a doctor. It's because they believe in themselves and the family believed in them. But oftentimes we think, yeah, I cannot do that, I can never be that, I can never, and then we think, I will change and people will change around me when I get rich or successful. Yes, they will, because you will be on a different frequency. You will be be with a different vibration, and those people, you will probably lose a lot of friends, because those people, not because they will envy you or they would not want you to succeed, but suddenly you came to the situations where you don't even know what you will talk with them, or you just don't understand what they were talking about or what they are stressing about, because you are so, I don't want to say above them, but vibrationally you are on a higher frequency. And you know that saying that poor minds discuss gossip and rich minds discuss ideas. So you will have different mindset, you will have different perception, you will have different beliefs, and you will just not connect with those people anymore. And sometimes it's not them that are stopping us, it is us, because we kind of fear that by being more successful we will lose those friends, but we kind of not believe that we will get new better ones. And it is always, those situations are always like that. And if who you associate with, who you hang out with, you become the same person. It is because of that vibration, not because they are, but when you are talking the same as they are, and when you are discussing what they are discussing, maybe just living from paycheck to paycheck, for a football game and for a beer, and when you stop doing that, when you focus on different things that are important to you, then you won't talk about that anymore. And yes, you will find another uh, associations and other friends, and you will get in a different place. But we are often, yeah, but my family will not like me anymore, or my friends will not like me anymore, I will become this, I will become that. Yeah, you will be a different person, of course, but if you really want it, you're ready to expand and you're ready to accept whatever comes to you. And if you are ready to go after your dreams, there are always good things that will happen to you. It is not that you are giving up something okay for something worse. You are always giving up something that just okay for something greater. So I will talk a lot about the tools and techniques that I use for this part, and So I would like to move on to the receive part. And even though you might think that this is the easiest part, and of course, who wouldn't receive a gift or something from the universe, the problem is that we often don't recognize it because we are so focused on the how we will get it. For example, if I say this year I will earn 6 figures, and I will do that by publishing my book. And then an opportunity comes along and I said, no, thank you, I will publish my book. And then another opportunity, and someone offers me to do some project with them, and it would be something that I really like, but I would say, no, I'm doing it with my book. So it's not so easy as it sounds, because we are not recognizing those opportunities as something that will bring us. And sometimes it's not on the path that we envision. It's maybe a detour, it's maybe something completely different than we expect. So we just say, no, thank you. And then we kind of block it, and we stay on our track. And let's say the universe knows better, and it's the same as a GPS in a car. When you go to some place, you put the destination in, like you would ask, I will go to this place, and then you believe that the GPS knows the way, and it will bring you there, and you just drive. And you're not focusing, okay, where will I stop for a coffee? Where will I stop to fill the gas? Is it a closed road, so I will have to go another way? You just drive. And you are expecting to go the way that it's supposed to go. And and we always laugh about the GPS, calculating and calculating and calculating. If you get off your track, or off your destination, off your road to destination, and they're calculating and calculating, and then they give you another road, but that road is perfect too. And the GPS doesn't care that you wanted to go to that road. You took the wrong turn, and then his job is to bring you towards your destination through another way. And it is great too, because on maybe there won't be an accident on the road, or maybe it will be something that you wanted to see, or something that maybe you meet someone there, I don't know. But just have trust that whatever is going on is for your perfect outcome. And if you limit yourself to the specific way, and Mike Dooley says of the cursed how, because when we envision the how, the road to our destination, then we are blocking out everything outside of that, and we are not seeing and accepting any other way and any other ideas that might even be better than this. So be open-minded. I know that this might sound confusing, because on the other webinars I talked about the focus and about being, saying no a lot. But this kind of works in another dimension, and the focus is more on the work that you need to do. And speaking of the work that you need to do, it doesn't mean here that you will just think about and it will come to you. You have to sit in the car, take the wheels, and start the engine. You have to do something. You have to take the action if you want. You have to take the first step if you want the universe to get to you halfway, and to help you and support you. So, and there are sometimes, those are the things that you can never expect. And how some people say, yeah, this was even better than I can imagine, because we can imagine only what we experienced and what we can see, and feel through our glasses and through our subconscious mind. And those are just the steps. For example, if you're just starting out your business, getting to the first rank or getting first customers is your first step. This is what you see for yourself. And I know that you want to be on the top rank and top recruiter and top income earner, but it is just beyond your imagination right now, because you have no idea what it takes to get there, what kind of person you have to be, and what is expected from you and what you will do when you get there. So just focus on the first step that you can envision and see, and then go higher and higher and higher. I included here because in the next slides and then in the next part, I will talk more about getting in the what you want and how you want it, and focusing on what we want. But I wanted to include the EFT, because this is the one thing that really helped me when you feel stressed about something, overwhelmed, or when you feel those blocks, or if you're feeling something negative in your life. So I will not go through this. It is if you go to the tappingsolution.com is the perfect website that explains a lot. And actually today it's starting the tapping summit, and they have a whole week of different experts talking about the EFT. But what you're actually doing is you are breaking the energy cycles in your negative energy flows in your body, because they say that every time that you experience something bad, there is some block in your energy ways, and by tapping you are breaking that blocks and you are removing them. And this is one of the things that I really do daily. I learned you can find a lot of YouTube videos to start with. You have videos for every situation, for everything that you can imagine, and just step along those for the start, and then you can start exploring your own and do those. And I will post this picture in a group for so you can see it better. And I know in the slides and the handouts it probably is not the best quality that you can see and read everything. So this is for the removing the negative. But then I want to focus more on focusing on the good stuff, on what we want. So of course one of the methods is also meditation and visualization, where you imagine your perfect life. You're kind of experiencing in your mind what you want and how you want it. And the more detailed you are, and the more you include all the feelings, because it is not just about I want a car or I want a new job or whatever. It is how you will feel, what you will see, what will others say about you, what will you smell. It is about all the emotions, all the senses, about everything. And the more detailed, the more vivid you can make it, the better, because you will include your emotions, you will include your feelings, and those are the things that are governed by the subconscious mind. And the more you influence on the subconscious mind, the more successful you will be. And of course, I forgot to write it here, but one of the ways to help you with that are, of course, the vision boards as well, where you post and see what you want on a daily basis, and it reminds you of your dreams. Then of course there are the affirmations, and affirmations are great, but they have a limitation, because when you state something, when you say I am, when you say, for example, I am rich, And immediately your subconscious mind will jump and say, no, you're not. Or when you say, I'm healthy, or I am fit, and you will hear that subconscious voice, no, you're not, who you're kidding, right? So it is better, instead of I am, and you know that I am statements are very, very, very powerful. But because of that we are saying them again for something that is far away from our reach and our imagination, then we are kind of blocking ourselves from them. And you can say I am rich a million times, and your subconscious mind will say you're not a million times. So it doesn't really work that way. But then you can say I choose, or I'm so happy and grateful. This is what I do every day. When I write in my journal, I'm saying I'm so happy and grateful for this. I'm happy and grateful for that, and I choose to be better. I choose to live. You're not saying that you're already there, but there are questions, and they are called affirmations. And you are actually giving your mind a homework. So instead of saying I'm rich, you are saying why am I so rich? And by default your brain will start looking for answers, because that's what brains are for, to give us answers, to give us situations where they will prove to us the statements that we are saying. So if you're saying, why am I so rich? You will find yourself in situations where the universe and everything around you will start proving to you that you are rich. Or why do I get up so easily? Or why do I run so fast? Or whatever you want. Or why it is so easy for me to do something? Why it is so easy for me to get new customers? Why it is so easy to me to speak on video? If you are explaining it in a word, in a question, then of course you are tricking your brain that they start looking for the right answer, and they are not blocking you and jumping like a kid. No, you're not. And this is the link, dreamlifecreation.com/affirmations, where you can get I think there are five tracks, mp3s, that you can listen daily. I listen one for the home-based business and one for the business and the financial success. There are different statements, different affirmations, but they are 1 hour long. And when I go for a walk with our dog, I listen to that, and I repeat them, and it is something that I really get to use a lot, because it makes more sense than just affirmations and something that I'm saying for myself. And I found that I'm actually using those affirmations even when I'm not listening to it. So it really helps me a lot, and this is something that I would really recommend to anyone that is looking for a way to influence the subconscious mind. Journaling. Let's talk about journaling. So I was not in a journal for a long time, but I started a gratitude journal, and you can do it your way. You can write 3 things, 5 things that you are grateful for. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, or anything in between. You can get into different challenges, like a 30-day gratitude. You can read books about it, but it helps you focus on the things that you already have. And if you focus on the things that you have in your life, you will have more of them. Again, when you express gratitude, you express that you're happy about it, that you are that you appreciate something in your life. And the gratitude and love are one of the highest vibrations that we can have. So when you are expressing the gratitude, you are actually vibrating on the highest levels. And of course, by definition, you will attract more of that. And the opposite is, if you focus always on the complaining and always on the bad things, you will have more of that in your life as well. So I suggest you start doing the gratitude journal and write 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for in your life. And part of my journaling is also the affirmations and affirmations that I talked before. So I say I'm grateful for, and I write 5 things because, and I always, I'm not saying I'm grateful for the sun or I'm grateful for the food, but also say why I'm grateful. What brings me, what it gives me, why it makes me so happy, why it makes me grateful. And then I also write a whole page of the of the of the affirmations, and I'm writing them. I'm so happy, I'm grateful, I'm excited, but I am talking about things that haven't happened yet in my life, but I want them. So I want, if my one of my goals is to earn 6 figures, so I would say I'm so happy and excited that I earned 6 figures this year. It gives me so much fun. I can travel around. I can do that. I can do this. I'm so happy that I have supportive family. I'm so happy for my clients. I'm excited for my team. I am a great leader. So I'm affirming what I want, but I'm talking about it from the perspective of the gratitude for what is to come. And another part of the journaling is more of the exploring what do I want and where I want to be in my life and who I need to be. Because if I want something that I don't have yet in my life, I have to be something else. I have to be something different. I have to be, if I'm not a good leader yet, I have to become a good leader. I have to learn things. I have to develop different skills. I have to develop different mindset. I have to choose maybe a training or a different different thoughts. And of course, the important part is, what do I need to do? Because again, just thinking about it and dreaming about it and visualizing and doing all this mind stuff will not bring me what I want if I don't do anything about it. So if I want to be more visible, I want to be a leader, of course I have to do videos, I have to post on social media, I have to write blog, I have to do different things that will bring me what I want. And then I also explore what's stopping me. I talk kind of to myself and I coach myself to really exploring what are the things that I'm afraid of, or why am I afraid of. And actually, when you're journaling, I always recommend writing on a paper with your hand, because that's how you will express better. That's how you will really transfer your thoughts and you will start writing automatically. It is different when you write with your hands instead of typing on the computer. And when you're really into that flow of thoughts and writing them down, you will find that you will have thoughts and you will write things that you would never expect, that you would never think about, that they will just come out of the blue. But this is your getting into the flow and getting your subconscious mind talk to you. And it is your job to listen and then maybe do some EFT or try to overcome those blocks in a different way. One of the ways that one of the authors that I really listen a lot and read a lot about is the Abraham Hicks. It is the entities that Esther Hicks is channeling, and they're really big about law of attraction and how to attract things. And what I like about them is they are focusing more on what you want and how you want to live, instead of dealing with all the negative stuff and exploring and really getting deep and how it happened and what happened. And they're not focusing on the past or on the negative. They are really helping you see where you're going and changing your mind to that process easily. And one of the processes that I recommend is this focus wheel process. And what you do here is, in the middle you write. This is one of the examples. In the middle you write what you want, and then you go through those 12 steps, and in every step you are kind of confirming and realigning with what you want. And you are, maybe you don't believe exactly that you can have it, but then you start writing down the proofs and the statements and what you observe. And maybe for this example, for the vibrant and healthy body, and you can say, yeah, I eat better, I can do this, I can do that, and I can. So you kind of guide yourself through doubt to sharing and affirming ways that you start to believe in yourself, and that you start to feel better about yourself, and that you start to see that it is possible for you and that you can have it. And it actually changes your vibration from the doubt and fear into excitement and into being more in alignment with what you want. And if you're interested in this, you can always, of course, Google it, and I will post more about it in the group, so you can see the example and how it works. What I use here is, I have an app on my iPad, so I just type in the things, and oftentimes I just read through the things that I wrote before, and repeat them as an affirmations. And then one of the things that I like about and from the Abraham Hicks is also the prosperity game. And it works like this. You're kind of playing bank, and you're getting imaginary deposits every day. And you start with 1,000, and each day you get a deposit of 1,000 more. So the first day you get a deposit of 1,000, the second day 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and so on and so on and so on. But the idea is that you spend it every day. What you get, you have to spend it, and you cannot spend it for the saving or for the donating. So you really spend it for something that makes you happy, for something for yourself. And again, it helps you focus on what you want. It helps you expand your attraction, because you will be spending more and more and more money, and you will be thinking about having the money and finding the ideas how to spend, because the first few thousand is easy. Maybe you want a new car, maybe you want new clothes, and maybe you want a new house. But then when you get all that, what will you get? What will you buy to yourself? So you're kind of playing as if you're having unlimited amounts of money, and you know that more is coming your way, because you know that another day 1,000 more will be in your bank account, and you have to spend it. You have to have fun with it. You're not worrying, because it's not true money, of course. But I played this game for a few times already, and every time it was like, when I was playing like 2-3 weeks, I was starting to think differently about the prices in the shops and about the taglines, and uh, it was just, I was kind of feeling that I have all the money in the world and I'm rich, and I have, even though in my pocket I only have few euros. So this is one of the games that we will start playing in our group, and I plan to post this deposit every day. So we will see, how many of you will join me, and I'm looking forward that you do. Uh, and of course, if we play long enough, if we focus on what we want and we focus on the getting, bigger dreams and expanding our uh, our our wealth and expanding our abundance, then of course it will manifest in our lives, because that's what we will be focusing on. I'm not seeing any questions, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask anytime. I'm still offering free strategy sessions if you want to talk about how you can overcome your fears, or what your fears even are, or what's blocking you from getting further along, and how you can what you can do about it. So this is the link where you can still apply for the strategy session. um, and if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. For now, I don't think that we have. I hope that you get a lot of value from this webinar, and that you really will focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, and you will be more aware of the things that are in your life that are already good. Because if you think about your life, uh, you have more things to be grateful for, more things that are positive in your life than the things that are negative. You have more good days, you have more, maybe more good luck than bad luck. You have really a lot of to be grateful for. But when we get into the troubles, or when we think that we don't have it all, then we start questioning everything, and we start, like in that focus field process, instead of getting higher and better and thinking bigger, we are going down the spiral, and we are starting to think even worse, and we are kind of bury ourselves in the worry and in the fear and in the blocks. And at the end, having those blocks and having those fears is in a way a good thing. But oftentimes those fears and the blocks are not as difficult as we think about them, because when we think about them, they are way bigger than they really are. And I know from my experience, when we are doing the live video challenges, people are often scared to go live in front of camera. But once they get over that fear, they all say, yeah, it is fun, it's not as scary as I thought. And you know that going through the fear is just going through you have to go through it. There's no way around it. But it's way easier if you focus on what you want. And in that way, you will see the fear and all the blocks just as a stumbling blocks and stumbling stones on your way, instead of something that will stop you, because you know where you're going, and you can see those fears and those blocks in a way as a detours and as a closed roads and as a maybe accidents on the road or a flat tire. But you still know that you're going somewhere and where you're going, and that you will get there no matter what, and it is just a matter of time and taking another road. So I'm wishing you good night, and as always, if you have any more questions, post them in the group, and have a great day. Bye.